Enter the twerked out and uber posh world of Miley Cyrus.
Miley went from Disney star to pop star to megaforce in the industry.
Where multi-million-dollar mansions are tricked out beyond your wildest dreams.
I like to shock people if people don't know that.
And the designer labels make you cringe with envy.
I know, you know.
If you thought she was sitting pretty as Hannah Montana,
Hi.
you won't believe how she's living now.
Miley will spend anything to make sure that nothing on her body is out of place.
The bling comes in forms unimaginable.
I nailed it.
The wheels are customized.
I think it's important to be really different.
And a top-notch glam squad awaits the pop star's every need.
Miley doesn't even look at prices when it comes to beauty. It's all part of the job.
It's true, sorry.
Let the tongue wagging begin. Because this is the fabulous life of Miley Cyrus.
In Hollywood, you can't just wear the same thing twice. It doesn't work. Luckily, Miley has totally evolved her style.
I see you, Miley. Looking all solid.
She'll be one day wearing a basketball jersey and another day looking like Madonna in 1986. And then the next day, she looks like a little white blonde Rihanna.
Whether she's on the red carpet or in the checkout lane, Miley is always dripping in designer duds.
And somehow I always just gravitate towards poochy stuff. I don't know why.
Miley's rocking all the hottest designers, from Versace to Chanel. If it's fabulous, it's in this girl's closet.
It all started with this $9,000 fishnet Marc Jacobs gown Miley wore to the 2013 Met Gala.
The dress was absolutely perfect for the punk theme of the event. It was mostly edgy with a hint of sex appeal.
Unlike most teen stars, Miley's gaga for vintage. At the 2013 Bambi Awards, Miley stunned the red carpet when she arrived draped in a vintage Jean-Paul Gaultier velvet rouleau gown from the 90s.
When Miley showed up on the red carpet in the scoop neck Gaultier gown, it was a moment to remember. It showed a whole new side of this budding fashionista.
She's definitely as edgy as she thinks she is, and beyond that, and sexy. Don't forget, there isn't a part of Miley's body that we haven't seen by now.
I like to shock people if people don't know that.
And what we haven't seen, she covers in couture.
It seems like lately that the more money that Miley's actually spending on her clothes, the more skin we get to see. So I think when it comes to Miley Cyrus, less is definitely more.
Whether she's rocking current trends like this $3,500 Gitra lambskin dress, or making heads turn in this fresh-off-the-runway jewel-encrusted Balmain jumpsuit, Miley's not afraid to drop some cash to make a splash.
Miley describes her fashion as white trash meets Chanel, but there is nothing trashy about the amount of money that she spends on her designer duds.
Talk about it.
Miley loves her furs. To ring in the new year, she showed up in Times Square donning a custom oversized floor-length fur coat created by the New York-based designers, the Blondes.
So the Blondes are known for their completely outrageous runway shows, over the top. So of course, they're perfect for Miley to don on New Year's Eve.
The price tag for the ferocious number? An estimated $35,000.
Miley wore a furry white coat and had people actually carrying the train for her. Only this girl could upstage the ball in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
I think it's important to be really different.
For this fur-loving diva, it's luxury from head to toe. Miley has been spotted sporting a pair of $900 fur-lined slippers.
My slippers probably cost less than Miley spends on toilet paper. Miley's slippers, on the other hand, are Celine, covered in black, luxurious, soft mink. They're sort of like blinged out Birkenstocks.
Miley loved her $900 mink-lined slippers so much, she actually wore them down.
She told Kanye West this, and he bought her 5 pairs. That's $4,500 worth of slippers.
Better safe than sorry.
Miley may have started as a Disney princess, but she is living the life of the queen, having everything fit for royalty.
In 2011, this pop princess shelled out $3.9 million on a 5,000 square foot mid-century abode on a secluded estate in the hills above Studio City.
It's actually really cool.
So Miley's mansion has 5 bedrooms, a professional kitchen, a private gym, a solar-heated saltwater pool.
Miley's Studio City house alone has 7 bathrooms. She has one for every night of the week.
That's good for me.
And with the poshest of homes comes tricked-out goodies. Feast your eyes on the Numi K3900. Complete with a motion-activated lid, seat warmers, deodorizer, and advanced bidet functions. This $10,000 commode is the perfect throne for the Princess of Pop.
The $10,000 toilet has advanced bidet function. What does advanced bidet function do that other bidets don't get done?
Everyone's been asking me about that.
It also has an SD card where you can play your own music, so Miley can listen to Wrecking Ball when she's tinkling.
I wouldn't be surprised if she starts recording albums while sitting on the toilet.
But just because she has mansions and thrones worthy of a queen doesn't mean Ms. Cyrus doesn't like to rough it. And when she does, she has the ultimate outdoor digs waiting for her.
It's kind of crazy that Miley has this custom-built 20-foot teepee in the backyard.
This is not a sheet thrown over a clothesline. This is a fabulous, massive tent that's designed by set designers who outfitted Dances with Wolves.
Miley's 20-foot teepee is made with hand-painted custom woven fabric, sleeps 4, and is tricked out with fine furnishings for its one-of-a-kind owner.
All Miley does is start trends, so of course she's not going to just let her backyard be any old boring backyard. She's going to throw a teepee in it.
Price tag, an estimated $4,000. Who said camping couldn't be glamorous?
Exactly.
When you're a Hollywood starlet like Miley, one multi-million-dollar mansion just isn't enough.
Before turning 21, I couldn't even imagine owning my own apartment, let alone several multi-million-dollar mansions.
With Miley, too much is never enough.
Want proof? After her Studio City purchase, Miley dished out another $3.4 million on an 8,000 square foot Spanish-style domicile to be close to her family.
It's a real honor and a privilege.
Gorgeous house in Toluca Lake, just a few houses down from where her parents live. Deep down, she wanted to stay grounded and close to home.
Yes, Miley's living in the lap of luxury these days, but she's no stranger to the good life in mega mansions thanks to her country star dad, Billy Ray Cyrus.
Before Miley could even walk, she was already living the life of a country star.
She started out on her family's farm. Granted, this was not just any farm.
It's a little like country, but not.
The 7,000 square foot Tennessee manse sits on 500 acres of land fully stocked with horses, chickens, and a donkey named Eeyore. Old MacDonald, eat your heart out. Coming up, find out what Miley spent on those luscious locks.
Miley's hair extension was like the Bugatti of hair extensions.
Everyone was like, all right, Miley, stepping it up.
And lay your eyes on the expensive bling right on her fingertips.
Every bottle of the stuff literally has a black diamond in it.
As this Pop-Tart continues to twerk over the world.
This is just the beginning of, my movement.
All that and more when the fabulous life of Miley Cyrus returns.
Miley always looks like $1 million because she spends so much money to look that good.
Look at me.
Before Miley Cyrus decided to chop off all of her hair, she spent top dollar to keep her gorgeous Hannah Montana locks.
Miley has been known to spend thousands of dollars on her human hair extensions.
But this isn't your typical beauty supply grade hair. For Miley, only the best will do for her do.
Hi.
Welcome to Gemini 14 Salon. This is a hot spot where A-listers get their hair done. In the salon world, we're really known for great color and top-of-the-line extensions. Miley Cyrus was referred to me through one of my really good friends, and Miley understands what the best is. She's super smart. She gets it. Miley's hair extension was like the Bugatti of hair extensions, and that's when the hair is individually sourced from India. It's flown to Italy where it's treated and hand-dyed in an Italian factory, and then it comes to the United States for our client.
Mere mortals would have to wait months for this process to complete. But Miley's new tresses arrived in under a week.
This is a strand-by-strand application where there are micro keratin bonds attached to small sections of the hair. Getting Miley's hair done would take all day, and sometimes it would go into a very late night. One time we even had to delay Miley's plane by 4 hours. We don't let you leave until your hair looks perfect.
Everyone was like, all right, Miley, stepping it up.
And that kind of hair-splitting attention to detail doesn't come cheap.
Miley's Great Lengths hair extension application is $10,000, and the $10,000 service is for a very select group of clientele.
For Miley, this didn't just happen once or twice a year. It happened every 3 months. Add it all up, and that's 40 grand a year.
Whatever the look she wants to go for, it's go big or go home.
Oh, yay! Yay!
And as pricey as it was to keep her locks flowing, Miley didn't skimp when it came time to chop it all off.
Miley's haircut was really big because it kind of transitioned her from Hannah Montana to this new celebrity that we had no idea what she was going to do next. So celebrity hairstylist Chris McMillan actually gave Miley her infamous short haircut.
Chris isn't your run-of-the-mill hairstylist. It's been reported that one session with this hairmaster can cost up to $1,000.
I love Miley's hair transformation. It really showed her as a different kind of a star. When everyone's getting extensions, she chopped it off. It shows what a trendsetter she is when it comes to hair.
I've always been rebellious.
It was the type of haircut that let everyone know you're not going to see the old Miley again, so say goodbye and buckle your seatbelts for the new one.
Now that's a cut above the rest.
Miley's Posh beauty habits extend from the top of her head straight down to her fingertips.
Behold, Azure White Diamonds is the world's most expensive nail polish. At $1 million a bottle, the lacquer contains 98 carats of white diamonds with 1,400 hand-picked diamonds set in a platinum cap. The one bottle in existence was made for charity, but the same company makes the black diamond polish that graces the nails of Miley Cyrus.
Miley uses the black diamond Azure nail polish. Every bottle of the stuff literally has a black diamond in it. Depending on how much sparkle you want to rock, cost could be $30 or $250,000 per bottle.
Très chic. And you'd better believe Miley isn't smearing these diamonds on her own fingernails.
So when Miley needs her nails done, she actually calls Manicures Stephanie Stone to come to her house.
When Stephanie travels to see Miley, she brings over 300 shades with her.
And that costs about $500 every single time she wants her cuticles cut.
Trying to get more into that and taking care of my nails.
And when she visits at least twice a week, the total comes to a nail-biting 60 grand a year.
It's a lot.
Of course, Miley's one of the few who can plunk down that kind of money just for a few days of polish.
Behind every megastar's banging body is a mega team working around the clock. And Miley's no exception.
Miley's very high maintenance when it comes to her body, but she looks fantastic. So, of course, she's putting every effort into maintaining her figure.
Think your gym membership is burning a hole in your wallet? Then Miley dropping a reported 50 grand on a nutritionist, chef, and personal trainer should make you feel better, right?
Miley's the girl we all wish we could be. Who wouldn't want a body like Miley's?
To keep toned, Miley hired Pilates guru Mari Windsor for an estimated cost of $900 a week. And Miley doesn't use the public gym. She just dropped 15 grand on her very own personal Pilates equipment. Add it all up and you've got a body that costs 100 grand a year to maintain.
There you go, right there, beautiful!
Worth every penny.
I know, you know.
Miley, right in front to your left.
If you think Miley drops bank to make herself look like $1 million, wait till you see what she spends on her bitches.
If there's one thing that Miley loves, it's her dogs, and it shows.
Miley has said that she spends more money shopping for her dogs than for herself.
Miley doesn't have one dog like everybody else. She has 4. And of course, they all have to stand out.
Miley isn't the only one who underwent a massive makeover. It's been rumored that she hired a pet stylist to give her dogs a total makeover.
Miley's pups have their fur draped in custom doggy wear, luxurious accessories, and even a faux tattoo to really stand out in a crowd. All this canine swag comes with a reported $15,000 price tag. Woof. When you're Miley's pooch, you get accustomed to the finer things. Sources say Miley dropped 160 grand on a Range Rover Sport.
This car isn't for Miley, it's for her pooches.
They're allowed to scratch it, leave their hair all over the place. It's the dog's car. And Miley actually said if she were to die, she would leave the Range Rover to her dogs.
The sky's the limit when it comes to spending on her BFFs. If Miley rocks Chanel, the pooches do the same. That's why they sleep in this $1,000 Chanel blanket.
You better believe that when you're one of Miley's pets, you're not just going to be made to sleep on the cold, hard floor in the corner.
That's the standard I'm setting.
Coming up, how to be a pop star in 3 easy steps.
It's kind of chaotic, but love it.
Step 1, have the right jewels.
Enjoy it and love it.
Step 2, party like you just can't stop.
I want it to be impossible for people to want to sit down.
Step 3, vroom vroom.
It feels so good.
When the fabulous life of Miley Cyrus returns.
Miley's life is whatever she wants it to be at any given moment. It is all out. When you roll with Miley, just be prepared to not sleep.
When Miley reached the ripe old age of 16, she threw a party for the ages.
Miley puts her 110% in everything that she does. A birthday party is no exception.
But for Miley, only the most magical place on earth would do. This former Disney star shut down 85 acres of Disneyland Park so that her 5,000 guests, including Tyra Banks, Demi Lovato, and Steve Carell, could enjoy the rides without waiting in line. $1.25 million to party with 5,000 guests. Once upon a dream, indeed.
This is the most amazing Sweet 16 a girl could ask for.
Even though this was Miley's Sweet 16, every guest got to have the time of their lives.
And if you thought the young Miley had fun, check out version 2.0.
Miley celebrated the release of her album Bangers with a rip-roaring bash in New York City at the club finale.
When you're Miley Cyrus and you're in New York and your favorite party spot is in LA, what do? You fly them all in.
And sources say that's exactly what Miley did. She spared no expense flying in Jeff Beacher's Amazon Ashley and the little people that make up the cast of Beacher's Madhouse for her private album release party in New York City.
All of the entertainers that she loved and all of the crazy strippers packed the club, partying until the wee hours, and of course, twerking all over the place.
This is just the beginning of, my movement.
And when it came time to plan her big 2-1, this party monster shut down her favorite hotspot, Beaches LA. She hosted the hottest celebration this madhouse has ever seen for a song at $300,000.
She had the whole place just for herself and her friends. It was certainly a night to remember.
Check this out. Miley's crew decked out the club with balloons, blow-up dolls, Miley photos, and masks. And the birthday girl's theme of choice? Sex Dungeon.
It's true, sorry.
Miley really doesn't live by the rules. I mean, she hasn't followed any of them in the past year or so. So why follow them when it comes to your 21st birthday party?
It's her party, and she'll twerk if she wants to. And although she just turned 21, Miley has expensive taste. And so the bubbly of choice for the milestone birthday? A blinged-out bottle of champagne. Miley was gifted a 3-liter bottle of bourgeois champagne, dipped in gold and covered in Swarovski crystals. Price tag for the fancy champs? $150,000.
There's so much bling on that bottle that Miley could have saved it for her jewelry collection.
Enjoy it and love it.
Spoiler alert, Miley spends thousands on bling, dropping an estimated $100,000 in the last year alone.
Miley, of course, is not going to walk out of the house just in the most insanely expensive and exquisite outfits. She's got to add the jewels and the bling on top of that.
This is Lorraine, and it's just, she's amazing.
Miley has so much bling that you never see her in the same thing twice. But she does have a few favorites that she pulls out.
Starting with her grills.
Miley loves her options, so instead of carrying a retainer around in a retainer case, she carries around 3 different grills.
One of Miley's grills cost a reported $12,000. But when is one of anything ever enough?
Miley actually has mood grills. Based upon how she feels, whether she's in a party mood or a chill mood, she changes grills in and out of her mouth.
Now that's jaw-dropping. Since ditching the goody two-shoes act, Miley has also refined her taste in jewelry. Ever heard of the $36,000 Cartier Justin Clou bracelet? Well, Miley has.
Miley's been spotted several times in a $36,000 Cartier Juste Clou bracelet.
Justin Clou means just a nail in French, and it is only worn by the mega rich.
I nailed it.
One of Miley's pièce de résistance is this $2,200 vintage Chanel belt she's seen rockin' at the MTV EMAs. When you've got it, flaunt it. With a jewelry box to rival Fort Knox, you'd best believe it takes some next-level engagement bling to stop Miley in her tracks.
When Liam Hemsworth proposed to Miley Cyrus, he gifted her a Neil Lane diamond ring. One flash and you could see it on the moon.
It's a little overwhelming at times.
The 3.5 carat cushion-cut diamond ring was handcrafted in 18 karat gold, with the main diamond dating back to the late 1800s. Price tag for the Neil Lane masterpiece? $250,000. Attaboy, Liam.
I guess $250,000 is the best way to show her you love her.
When the Lovebirds called it quits, Miley kept the ring.
In fact, Miley can't stop wearing her engagement ring. She was rocking it in her We Can't Stop music video.
Well played. Coming up, a swanky vacation fit for pop royalty.
When Miley vacates, she doesn't vacate like me.
Plus, fancy rides that come in 4 wheels or less.
I wanted more of that dirty South vibe.
All this and more when the fabulous life of Miley Cyrus continues. When traveling from point A to point B, don't expect this buzzed bombshell to slum it at airport security. She flies private.
She can get a plane at moment's notice. It's always private and it's always top of the line to go wherever she wants to go in the world.
And what Miley wants, Miley gets. The Pop-Tart has crisscrossed the United States in a top-of-the-line $7 million Challenger 300.
If you're gonna fly private, this is how you wanna fly. You have oversized LCD monitors, leather seating, and customized jet beds, so when she's tired, she can catch up on some Z's.
Price tag for jet setting privately on this decked out aircraft? $6,000 an hour. But wait till you see how she rolls on land.
Miley just turned 21 and she already has a fleet of cars to rival any dealership.
You know, we'll see.
And these cars all have one thing in common. Speed.
She has a Porsche Cayenne, a McLaren, and a white Maserati with a Ferrari engine.
Vroom, vroom. That's $500,000 worth of wheels. But apparently there was room for one more ride in her garage. A $127,000 Mercedes SL 550 convertible, which she paid for in cash.
So Miley walks into the car dealership, lays down cash for the car, and she's even able to drive the thing off the lot because her bodyguard drove her old car home.
Now that's how you buy a Mercedes. If you think her fleet of baller autos is impressive, wait till you see what she brings on tour.
When you're Miley Cyrus, you do what you want, how you want, and her tour bus is no exception.
A tour bus can cost around $400,000, but Miley tricked hers out above and beyond. A typical tour bus has 1 bedroom, but Miley's megabus has 3. 1 for mom, 1 for her grandma, and 1 for Miley and her sister. The price tag for the dream house on wheels? Estimated $1 million.
It's honestly, it's like its own thing.
Yes, Miley loves her rides, be they 4-wheeled or 3.
What do you get the girl that has everything? Well, her dad knew exactly what to get her, and that was a Can-Am Spyder, and she's been driving it all over LA.
It's the same Spyder owned by Paris Hilton and race star Danica Patrick. But Miley's was customized to the max. For the inside scoop, we went straight to the source.
I am George Bird and a GM here at Mission Motorsports. Can-Am Spyder. You could get on it and click off 55 miles an hour, no problem. And it turns people's heads wherever it goes.
Billy Ray has been turning heads on this Can-Am Spyder since 2013.
Daddy Cyrus having his own Spyder, he had to get his daughter her own personal Can-Am ST Limited.
Miley is anything but ordinary, so So even her birthday surprise had to undergo a top-to-bottom makeover that took about 3 weeks to complete.
The Cyrus project was top shelf all the way. We put a low-profile windshield on it to give that sleek look and just made it look sharper than it already is.
Just having the sharpest bike isn't gonna do. Daddy Cyrus had George and his crew cover Miley's Spider in a full wrap of her initials, with a helmet to match.
The full wrap graphics looked like Louis Vuitton, but instead of the LV, it had MC in it, and then a popped. After all the customization, the total project cost $25,000 plus. You know, we have seen pictures of Miley on the Spider. It's like, wow, it's a winner for us.
Thanks for the wheels, Pops.
Miley works hard and she plays even harder. When she gets away for a vacation, it's exclusive first class all the way.
When Miley and the fam escaped to the white sandy beaches of Cabo San Lucas, they did it right. At the one and only Palmia Hotel, where suites can run up to $15,000 a night.
When you check into the one and only, you check in to Daddy Warbucks' fantasy of a vacation.
It feels so good.
The 8,500 square foot suite came with 4 bedrooms, a personal staff of 12, and a tech-savvy special treat.
When you check into the hotel, they give you an iPhone so you can contact your personal butler directly.
The price tag for this slice of heaven? $15,000 a night.
I mean, every time we see Miley, she really wants us to know how just like us she is. But I mean, how really is she like us?
But Miley's vacations are not limited to fun in the sun. This bikini-clad pop star is also quite the snow bunny.
In 2013, when Miley jetted to Alberta, Canada to visit Liam Hemsworth, sources say she checked into a cabin at the plush Fairmont Jasper Park Lodge.
But don't let the word cabin fool you. This palatial 6,000 square foot, 6-bedroom hideaway is literally fit for royalty, having welcomed King George VI and Queen Elizabeth II. The king-sized price tag for vacationing like a monarch? $6,000 a night. If it's fit for royalty, then it's fit for Miley.
Exactly.
Coming up, find out how Miley went from Hannah Montana
You couldn't go anywhere without seeing Miley Cyrus's face.
to Wiley Miley.
There was a clear path for her to become a country star, but Miley went a whole different way.
When the fabulous life of Miley Cyrus returns. Surprised that Miley Cyrus is one of the most talked about celebrities ever.
Miley was a mogul and a brand before she was even 21.
She's probably one of the most famous superstars out in Hollywood today. I mean, people really are so interested to follow every single one of her moves.
It's kind of chaotic, but love it.
Pre-Wrecking Ball, the Hannah Montana star was the first person to have 4 different deals with Disney at once. In film, TV, music recording, and consumer products.
You know, all of the above.
It's a lot of fun, riding the success of Hannah Montana.
You'd better believe it. Miley raked in an estimated $1.5 million over the course of the series. And that was just the beginning of the Hannah Montana cash cow.
Hannah Montana was a runaway success. It gave Disney its highest ratings ever.
You couldn't go anywhere without seeing Miley Cyrus's face blasted on a poster or printed on a t-shirt.
Smileys rushed the stores to buy over 2.5 million DVDs of the hit TV show, countless copies of the novels, and over 1 million copies of the Hannah Montana-inspired video game.
Love it!
And the money kept rolling in once Hannah hit the big screens.
The best of both worlds concert movie. It took in $31.1 million opening weekend, busting open the box office.
It means the starlet raked in major moolah during the Hannah Montana golden years. Once she got her cut, Miley banked an estimated $100 million. That's reportedly 2 times what her country star dad has made in his entire achy-breaky career.
In 2011, Miley Cyrus was #1 on the top 10 richest teens in Hollywood list.
Love you. Mwah.
The actress turned writer at just 16, inking a book about her fabulous life that brought in an estimated $1 million.
I want to have the last word finally.
I mean, that's more than most authors make in a lifetime.
And this budding mogul just can't stop taking over every aspect of the media world. In 2007, Miley released her debut solo album, which sold over 4 million copies. Her follow-up album sold over 300,000 copies in its first week alone.
She was Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter. She had Dolly Parton as her godmother. There was a clear path for her to become a country star if that's what she wanted to do, but Miley went a whole different way.
I wanted more of that dirty South vibe, you know, a little ATL in there.
When Miley released Bangers in 2013, it shot straight up the charts. With her 2 lead singles, Wrecking Ball and We Can't Stop, selling over 5 million copies to date.
Yeah, it really showed like a complete arc of where I was and where I am now.
In her music career, Miley has done something that's not easy, transitioning from a child star to a young adult. She's proven she has an ear for a hit.
Takes her talents on the road, it's well worth her time. It's been reported that Live Nation offered the singer a whopping $500,000 a show.
Miley Cyrus is a huge concert draw. Live Nation has taken notice and offered her a huge deal to work with them exclusively.
I want it to be impossible for people to want to sit down because there's going to be so much energy.
After 38 shows in North America and another 21 across Europe, that comes to nearly $30 million in concert earnings alone. Encore!
It is safe to say that Miley has this entire business thing pretty much on lockdown.
I've been born ready. If you're waiting on me,
With her 2 lead singles, Wrecking Ball and We Can't Stop, selling over 5 million copies to date.
yeah, it really showed like a complete arc of where I was and where I am now.
In her music career, Miley has done something that's not easy, transitioning from a child star to a young adult. She's proven she has an ear for a hit.
When Miley takes her talents on the road, it's well worth her time. It's been reported that Live Nation offered the singer a whopping $500,000 a show.
Miley Cyrus is a huge concert draw. Live Nation has taken notice and offered her a huge deal to work with them exclusively.
I want it to be impossible for people to want to sit down because there's going to be so much energy.
After 38 shows in North America and another 21 across Europe, that comes to nearly $30 million in concert earnings alone. Encore!
It is safe to say that Miley has this entire business thing pretty much on lockdown.
I've been born ready. If you're waiting on me, you're backing up. Let's go.
At the end of the We Can't Stop video, there's actually an image of a guy eating a money sandwich, and I think it pretty much sums up how much money this girl is actually making.
This is a part of like a movement that I'm about to create, and my fans have been really a part of it.
Look at him right
Go
here.
crazy!
Coming up, a look inside how this former Disney star gives back.
It's just been so awesome to be able to do what I love and also support.
And how much she gets paid.
You know, we'll see.
Next on The Fabulous Life of Miley Cyrus.
Miley really is living your everyday fairy tale. Only a little girl that started on the Disney Channel could only dream of something this big actually happening to her.
She's become very popular for her twerking, but the girl has worked so hard. Since she was a teenager.
By the time she came of legal age, Miley Cyrus was reportedly worth up to $150 million.
Miley Cyrus is a force of nature. She's not just a pop star. She went from Disney star to pop star to mega force in the industry.
It's shocking to me that Miley is only 21. Looking at how much money she's made so far, she's definitely a star who could become a billionaire one day.
Despite her ever-expanding bank account, this grill-toting diva is up to more than just partying in the USA.
Miley has so much money rolling in that she could definitely afford to give it away to the right cause. She's one of the most charitable celebrities, making sure that she constantly is giving back.
It's just been so awesome to be able to do what I love and also support.
When this diva isn't making our tongues wag with envy, she's making a difference with groups like the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Miley's so cool that she's made the lifelong dream of meeting her a reality for so many fans.
I think I've granted 105 wishes or something like that. So I've definitely learned a lot from every child that I've met.
And wish granting is just the beginning.
City of Hope has always been something that I've been involved in. We end up raising millions of dollars, which is amazing.
During her Best of Both Worlds tour, Miley donated $1 from every ticket sold to the City of Hope Gala. That's $1 million.
For someone so young, Miley knows the importance of giving back.
Want more proof? Miley donates to about 39 charities, so it's no surprise that she was named one of the most charitable celebrities of 2012 by DoSomething.org.
DoSomething.org is the country's largest nonprofit for young people and social change.
There's one thing I really respect about Miley Cyrus is the fact that she gives back.
Whether she's twerking, working her way up the charts, or making dreams come true, this Disney star turned pop icon won't stop anytime soon.
Miley Cyrus started off as a Disney princess, but she is for sure living her life as a queen. She is arguably the most popular celebrity in the past year, and she has the cash to show for it.
My most important thing is how you want people to remember you, and I want people to remember me for things that are great.
Amen.
I know, you know.
A walk in Miley's shoes is not cheap. The girl is a shoe freak. One of her favorite pairs of shoes is a $900 pair of fur-lined Celine slippers, which she actually wore out.
No one will ever really know what it's like to walk in Miley's shoes. That's because so many of them are custom made and made just for her or ordered directly for her. She has an enormous shoe collection, and many of them are rare or exclusives from all the designers that she gets to meet. Miley owns shoes from designers including Christian Louboutin, Brian Atwood, Nicholas Kirkwood, all of the greatest shoe designers out there she has on speed dial to be able to get the heels that no one else has and that everyone will want to get their hands on after she's seen wearing it. She even spends up to $2,300 just on a pair of sneakers, but of course only Miley can do that.